Welcome to the Independent Sales Rep Training. It's Manny Nowak, and I'm excited to be with you here today. Email marketing. Wow. Are you getting bombarded? Yeah, we're getting bombarded. Emails all over the place. You know, email's not any good anymore. We don't need email. Nobody reads those things. Everything goes to spam. Isn't that kind of what everybody is telling us out there today? And yet, the biggest portion of what's going on is still happening through email. In fact, email lists have become an asset to most organizations, and if they're good, their value is astronomical. So don't get fooled into thinking that email marketing isn't something that your prospect out there is going to buy. So today I want to introduce you a little bit about what that email marketing is and how you as an independent sales rep for Medicines Marketing can use that effectively. So let's get rolling. Let's make sure I'm on the right page here. Okay. Like I said, email marketing was considered the ugly duckling. It was considered kind of, we don't need this anymore. What are we doing with this? Why do we even need this? And yet, what they found when they did the research was email marketing is still one of the most important things out there and one of the most important things you can work with. Well, let's take a look at what exactly is email marketing the way we're talking about it here today. It's a message usually going out to a group of people, and it's considered what's called a broadcast. So you may have an entire list of 1,000 people, and this email goes to all 1,000 of those, or you may have segregated your list into these are a specific type of people, and we're going to send email out to them. Some of the common tools out there, you can hear words like Constant Contact, and let's see what else. Aweber is out there, Infusionsoft. All these are email marketing tools that people use. And you may run into your client already has one of these. And what we do is when we bring them in, we use their tool if they want. If not, we'll put them into a tool that we recommend. So email marketing really occurs when you send that message. And most commonly, it's sent out, we're looking for business, we're looking for sales, we're looking for donations, but the most effective programs out there is we educate the client. We educate them in what we do and stuff about what we do. Like we here at Medicines do our own marketing program, and sometimes salespeople come in through that, where we educate the people on these eight areas of digital marketing. And every week we'll send out something different to help them learn. And if they want to learn more, then they click, and then we start working them as a prospect. It's an effective way to stay connected with not just your clients, but your prospect, and it's an effective way really to promote your business. It's a strategy. And as we talked about in the intro video, and as we talk through all this training, strategy. All the tools that we're work into your digital marketing strategy. And email marketing needs to be part of that strategy. So when you're selling that client out there on the process, one of those tools will be email marketing. And it's because it's targeted to people who know who you are. It's targeted to people who may have done business with you. It's targeted to people who are many times going to open. And it's one of the least cost methods that can be used out there in the world of marketing. It is, you get a lot of bang for your buck. And you control what goes out there to the full extent. So let's talk about how it works. Email marketing is a regular, if you talk about email marketing, not sending email, but an email marketing program is a regular program, whether it's weekly, monthly, bi-weekly, or any other frequency. It's very important that you try to get on some kind of frequency so that people who like what you put out there can get it on a regular basis. There's campaigns in there, and a campaign in email is nothing more than if somebody does something, we send them this many emails. If somebody subscribes, we send them this set of emails automatically. If somebody buys something, we send them this set of emails. All that can be built in your email marketing program. You can download lists. You know, I know many of you probably already have done it. You downloaded a list that says, here's 10 ways to do this, or 7 ways to be a better salesperson, whatever, or an ebook on how to be more effective at what you do. All those things are part of an email marketing program, and all those things are available to your customer for this program. And if they don't have the content, of course, we can always help them build it. Run based on what you click. Like I said, there are lists that we build, and then there are landing pages. So we can actually take an email, and in there, we can direct them to a specific page, which may be, wow, we have this great new ebook, and you need to get a copy of it. Please click here to download. Just add this information, and it's all yours. There can be giveaways, tickets, processes. It's just a great way to stay connected with your customer. And again, as I said, educational. That's the key here. If you start sending people too much stuff about what they can buy, they're going to get turned off. So you got to educate them, you got to inform them, then sell them, advise them, advertise, call to action, and make it regular to be very effective. Campaigns built on special criteria. You build a set of emails that goes out. Let's say, in our case, what we do is if someone shows an interest in SEO, we have a campaign of 3 other emails that go out to them and saying, here's a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more. Continue to educate them. Same thing if somebody clicks on Facebook advertising. Here's 3 other emails, and that is all done automatically, and that we can do for your clients as well. What they buy, where you meet them, all these things, you can set up certain emails. And that's what you need to sell to your client is, look, you have this powerful tool. You have this great list, and it's a good list. And remember something about email, and we'll take a diversion here on lists just for a minute, is size does not matter. I have seen companies with 1,000 people on their list making 6 figures, and people with 6-figure lists making peanuts. So it's how good and how quality the list is and how well you work it. You can automatically take orders. If you happen to be selling a book or selling some other kind of course or product, bang, it can download it automatically, or it can drive them to a sales page. It can drive them anywhere you want. You can put the links in there. They get the email, they open up, they get excited, and then they go see something else. All that's capable. And again, this is all about marketing, staying in front of your customer with the right product. Now, based on what you click, we call a CTA or a call to action. If they don't do anything, the emails don't really work. The purpose of the email is to try and get them first to open it. And then once they open it, there needs to be a call to action in there to say, hey, I want you to do this, that, or the other, and then it makes it happen. Again, here we talked about list building a little bit. This is one of the key pieces that, again, you as a sales rep are out there selling. You can build your list. You can put something out on social media, on SEO. We get a lot of leads this way for you as the salespeople, and we build the email list and we stay connected. People you meet and you want to put them on your list from your business cards. You can buy lists, although that's not really that good. But email to people who subscribe are the best way to build your list. Landing pages, again, we build them. And each one of these things that we do is something else that you can build your revenue as an independent sales rep. If they have to have landing pages, they've got to pay to get them developed. Bang, that's all part of their email package. Again, increasing the revenue for you. You can put giveaways up there, ebooks, 17 ways to do this, free tickets. Get your book now, just like you see right there. And if you were to then go over here and click on that, this one happens not to be hot, but when we put that out, then what would happen is you would get the opportunity to download. So how do you sell this? How do you get someone to actually buy this from you? You got to go and you got to talk about content, because content is king. If you send junk emails, it's not going to work. If you aren't consistent, in other words, I don't care if you only send it once a month, but every month it goes out, and it goes out pretty much on the same date, then people get used to it. People look for it. If you send it out every week, some of your industries, it's every day. It needs to look the same. It needs to have some kind of template, and they need to recognize it. Again, we talk about list building. We can come in and we can show you and help you. And this, again, if you're dealing with a company who does a lot of online sales, they need effective lists. List building is something they need. List building is just a way for us to help them get more email addresses. That's what list building means, and always get done. And what do I mean by that? It always gets done. If they work with us and they're sending an email weekly, it always gets done. And that's a key selling point for you. Some of the questions that you want to ask out there as you're working with these people: are you doing email today? If so, what tools are you using to do email? Who is doing it? What are you doing? How often do you send it? Who writes the content? Just like in the intro we went through, these are specific questions that you need to ask and you need to learn. Do you believe you could do more with this? How big is your email list? That's it. And some people like to talk about their list. Oh man, I have 10,000 people on my list. What do you know about them? Have they bought from you? Big lists, again, are wonderful if they're effective. What's your open rate? Now, an open rate is just, if I send out 1,000 emails and 200 of them get opened, that's 20% of my email. The normal rate, excuse me, is actually less than that. Are you doing things that if somebody subscribes, are you sending them a set of email? If you meet somebody new, are you sending them a set of emails? Are you trying to do that manually? Because you know, when we try to do it manually, we just can't keep up. And the big question to them out there is, how do they build their email list? The costing here is to get started real easy. $250 will get them set up. Now, depending on how many addresses, how much email do they want it weekly, monthly, that all falls into the cost, and how much do we do on the content. So you can go from a low of $100 a month to do just send a couple of their emails out, to thousands of dollars a month if we go into building the content and building the process. So again, another great moneymaker for you to use in the process. Normally, you're selling a $3,000 to $5,000 deal. You'll probably put $250 setup, which is a one-time cost, and then you probably put in there between a couple $100 to $500 for an email program. Depends on how much money you have to work the process. Again, get those questions to me. You can text them, you can email, you can call me. You know, I'm always available. I want to work with you. If there's something here that you didn't understand, if there's something here that you don't really know how it works, you need to ask, because email, important part of the MetaSense marketing independent rep sales process. This is Manny. We'll catch you on the next one.